Hello everyone, my name is Hero Factory Studios, and welcome to the start of Villain Week. If you don't know, Villain Week, every day for this week I will upload a video reviewing a villain, in honor of going back to school next week, which means I'll have even less time to make videos than I do now. That being said, I'll discuss that on Friday, probably. Friday, Saturday. With that being said though, let's get into this man right here, which is Frost Beast. He was released in 2013 for Brain Attack. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the history. Now, Frost Beasts are native to, obviously, snowy regions. They are common creatures. They're pretty common creatures, so it's not like they're rare of any kind, but they were peaceful creatures normally. However, as is with every Brain Attack villain, they were consumed by the brain right here, as you can see right here. So Frost Beasts have this blue brain, or this, I don't know really what the color is, light blue. So they were basically forced out of their homeland. They were, brainwashed. And yeah, they fought in Makuhiro City during the Brain Attack episode. So these guys, as I said, are peaceful normally, as are all the villains. And yeah, they're pretty cool creatures. They're pretty funny in the episode, I think all of the creatures were. And with that, let's get into the build itself. Now, as always, we should first begin with the design. Now, this design, 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, it looks amazing. This is one of my favorite figures for a while, just because it looks really cool. The sword looks amazing. The kind of buffy feel of him with all these like shoulder pads and shoulder plates. It's amazing. I really like the look of this character, which is why it gets a 10 out of 10 for the design. Not really much to say. It's just an amazing design in my opinion. And with that, let's move on to the playability. Now for the playability, I do kind of have to look at this from two different perspectives, because one, all the Brain Attack villains had melee weapons, or like close range weapons. So as you can see, the sword on the Frost Beast, which can kind of be a downplay that, you can't like shoot and stuff. But then again, that's just part of the design, right? So it's kind of unavoidable. But other than that, I think the playability is great. Great, movement, easy to move. Easy to be like give a punch or like stab someone on the back. And yeah, I think it's just a great figure in terms of playability as well. As you can see, not much back here. Some of them have like rockets and stuff. Not Brain Attack villains, but I mean figures in general. Some of them have like rockets. But this one is just, yeah, pretty straightforward. Playability gets an 8 to 9 out of 10 for me. As I said, I think if you look at it from a child's perspective, right, you can't really, shoot and stuff like that. But other than that, it's amazing. I really like it. A couple things I actually forgot to mention for the design was obviously the mask itself, which looks so amazing. Kind of reminds me a bit of Bionicle, I don't know why, but just the mask itself looks absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. And the white, and the white with the kind of light blue transparent pieces goes together very, very well. I really, really like it. So that was just one thing I wanted to add. And yeah, on to displayability. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna name the topic, displayability, because it's about how well it looks on a shelf. And this one looks amazing, posed really nicely. The brains do kind of lack the head movement. Maybe that's just because mine is kind of old. So the brains do limit it a little bit, but other than that, it's fantastic. This is just falling apart. So yeah, I I think it's pretty good. I really like the posability of the character. As I said, I think the buff kind of feel of him, you know, as you look into the back, the shoulder pads and stuff like that, I think that also adds a element of, you know, being the ability to display pretty nicely, you know. And yeah, I just think this guy looks fantastic overall. And with that being said, let's move on to just my overall opinion. So my overall opinion on this set is pretty straightforward. It's an amazing set. I really like it. It's one of my favorite childhood sets as well, along with... There were, back when I stopped being interested in Hero Factory, which was about 2015, 2016, there were 3 figures I had on my shelf. It was Rocka, obviously the Breakout version, Inferno Breakout, and this thing. So yeah, Frost Beast gets plus points for that. It's a really cool figure. I really like it. You know, as I said many times, the buff kind of look of the back looks amazing. I really like it. And with that, the grade is going to be 9 out of 10 overall. I highly recommend this set if you can get your hands on it for a reasonable price. And yeah, with that being said, for tomorrow, I'm going to put a poll in this video for who you would like to see review tomorrow. We can either do Two-Face. See, pointing at the camera. Yeah, sure. Doesn't work. Or Mr. Toxic Reaper, who also looks pretty good. So these are 2 villains that I wanted to review, but I can't honestly decide, so I'm gonna let you guys decide who you want to see tomorrow. So feel free to vote in the top right, in the iCard. And yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video. Consider subscribing, liking, sharing, hitting the bell, you know, whatever you do. And yeah, stay tuned this whole week, 1 video a week, maybe even a double upload on Friday. And with that being said, keep fighting, boys, girls, and heroes. See you guys.